the Belmont Mill in Nevada, and you're going to see a couple of things here at this mill. We're going to show you kind of how this worked and then some of the mines around it. Right now we're in what we're making out to be an engine room of some sort, just off the side of the mill. See, we've got a slab here that there's probably a big chunk of machinery on. Another slab over here with some bolts on it, obviously indicative of some machinery. And then if you look up here, we've got this massive wheel connected to another wheel over here. This obviously drew some belts spun on this, which in turn spun that big axle there over to run other stuff inside the mill. But super cool stuff. I mean, very basic, but very, very functional. Did exactly what the guys needed it to do, and really cool stuff to see. So we're going to move out of the engine room now and into the mill, and we'll catch up with you there. So we're back outside the engine room, the engine little house there, and just to kind of show you a little bit of the bottom of the process here. What we've got here, you've got some old rail that runs right into the mill. Right below where that rail is, you can see there's a crushing unit there that would obviously dump some stuff into the cars, bring it this direction. Someone obviously thought they needed the rail more than the history did here, but that rolls right out, and then you can see they dumped a lot of stuff out there, the big tailings. And then if you look back in here, you can see we had an assay house and probably a blacksmith shop as well, where probably everything got cooked out. So they probably sampled stuff as it came by, dumped the rest out that way. Yeah, this is an amazingly huge site. And this mill operated, I'm not even going to say when this mill is operated until I've done more research on it. So we're inside the mill right now, and I just want to take a second. Some of these buildings can be dangerous if you're not being aware of where you're at and what to do to make sure that you're being safe. You can see I'm on some old stairs here. These are probably 60, 70 years old. They've been rehabbed a few times. There's been rehab work done. But anytime you're in an old building like this, if you see stairs, I mean, always definitely check them on your way up, but walk on the sides. That's usually where it'll be reinforced. That's where things are nailed into. You want to kind of walk where things are going to be reinforced. Obviously, if you walk in the center of the stair, there's the least amount of reinforcement, and not only might you fall through, but you're just going to weaken the board as you go. So we'll come up here, walking on the side, because that's where it's reinforced at. And you can see we're on a big wood floor now here. Now, in a mill, most likely, there's probably not much below you on here. And it's really easy to fall through. You can look over here and see there's some holes. Some of the processing here just goes down, you know. It might only be 20 feet down there, but if you fall down 20 feet onto some sharp boards and nails, you're definitely going to hurt yourself. So when you're walking around, always test every foot, but try and stay on the beams. The beams are going to be the hardest point, and that's going to be where you're least likely to fall through. So just a little tip to keep you upright while you're exploring these old sites. So we're up behind the Belmont Mill here. We've been through everything. There'll be lots of pictures for whoever decides to buy this mine. But I wanted to just kind of show the process. We touched on it a little bit inside. You can follow these lines. You can see out. They shoot all the way over to a tram tower over here, which goes over to another mine, which is a mine that would be on your claim if you bought this. But that's how they would get their ore over. It was just a faster way to throw it in a bucket and just let it keep going instead of bringing trucks or running it down the road, anything else. They could just pretty much keep going 24/7 like that. So much more fast, efficient way to get things done. Once they're done, everything else kind of got separated out here. You can see where they brought all the junk stuff. This actually looks like it came from another mine farther up there. Down here you've got a few more cables that run down to some more machinery down there. So there's a lot going on here. That definitely talks to how much gold was being brought out of here. There was a lot of silver that was done here, but there's a lot of gold screens that are all running through here. And you don't screen out silver, you screen out gold. So that gives you a little more idea of what was actually going on here. So until we get to the mines, here you go.